Hey, what's up, my wolf pack? This is Wolfmaster, and this time I'm coming at you with a deck profile. I know I said I would show my Dark Irregular deck, but that video hasn't gotten enough likes yet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show my Shadow Paladin deck. It's called Shadow Excalibur. It's terrible. It's good enough. Anyway, I'm showing this now because once the Requiem at Dusk set comes out, I am changing up this deck for the new Legion cards that are coming out. So, yeah. As you know, I'm going to start grade 0, work my way up. Alright, let's do... Sorry. Alright, let's do this. Starting Vanguard. Judge Bow Revenger. If you don't know what this card does, its ability states when this card boosts a card with Phantom in its name, then when it boosts an attack that hits that has Phantom in its name, then you can counterblast 1, put this into the soul, and then call 2 grade 1 or lower Shadow Paladins from your deck rested. So it's a pretty good ability. Alright, next. 4 Freezing Revenger, which is the draw trigger. Not much to say about him. Next up, 4 Grim Revenger, critical trigger. Not much to say about him. 4 Healing Revenger, which is of course the heal trigger. Don't need to explain that. Everyone knows how important the heal trigger is. And then finally, for my grade 0s, 4 Revenger Air Raid Dragon, which is another critical trigger. Alright, that's all my grade 0s. And now we are moving on to grade 1s. 4 Barrier Troop Revenger Dornant. With this card's ability, if a Blaster Dark is placed in front of her, then you can unflip 1 card in the damage zone. Well, Blaster Dark Revenger. Or so you can use that to, like, for a counterblast. Like, say you have, like, 1 unflip damage, you can use, call out Blaster Dark Revenger, flip it, and then counterblast. So that's very useful for the deck. Plus, she lets you, like, reuse your counterblasts later on. 4 of the Perfect Guard, Dark Shield, Dark Revenger, Maclear. Sorry, I had it confused with the other Maclear for a minute. But yeah, this is the Perfect Guard of the deck. No reason why you should not have it. Then 2 Revenger, Darkbond Trumpeter. When this card is called to the rear guard or the Vanguard circle, you can counterblast 1 and then call 1 grade 0 from your deck to the resting position. So, you know, that's pretty useful. And then finally for my grade 1s is 4 Transient Revenger Masquerade. With his ability, if he attacks and my Vanguard has Revenger in its name, then he gets 3,000 power for that attack. So, just by himself, when he attacks with no support, it's 10,000 power. Pretty good. Alright, now we're on to the grade 2s. And now, the first is 4 of Stand Up, My Avatar, Blaster Dark Revenger. Dude, this card is just really good. With its ability, if your Vanguard has Revenger in its name, you can counterblast 2 and then get rid of one of your opponent's rear guards in the front row. Yeah, he's changing into Phantom, into the Abyss version soon. Which is okay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna cry. It only destroys... It only gets rid of grade 1s. It's stupid. I'm kidding. I think it's fine. Alright, next. 3 Dark Cloak Revenger Tar 2. With this skill, if it's called to the Vanguard Circle or the Rear Guard, Counterblast 2 and bring out a grade 1 or lower Revenger from your deck to the battlefield. It's sort of like Colony Maker in a sense for Link Joker. But yeah, you don't have to have one of your opponent's rear guards locked. And then lastly for my grade 2s are 4 Nullity Revenger Masquerade. Basically the grade 2 version of Transient Revenger. And now, finally, my grade 3s. Dude, if you've watched the anime, you know how the chant goes. Despair, as the ground beneath you falls away, your doom is spelt in the shadows below. Illusionary Revenger, Mordred Phantom. Yeah, with this card is the break ride of the deck with its ability. Then, like, if a Shadow Paladin rides this guy, then you can counterblast 1 and search your deck for a grade 2 or lower Shadow Paladin and then call it to the rear guard, and it gets 5,000 power for the turn. So that is pretty good. And then lastly is my trump card of the deck, which is Revenger Dragruler Phantom. This card has a pretty awesome limit break ability. It states that you can counterblast 1 card and then sacrifice 2 of your Revenger rear guards and he gains 10,000 power. And if your opponent has 4 or less damage, you deal them 1 damage. But a damage check is still ill-performed. So if they get like a draw trigger, it'll activate. But it's still a good card, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna miss him, like, when I get, like, the new cards. Or just, like, I mean, I am taking this guy out for the new Legion. But I will keep this guy in a binder. I am not going to part with these. Oh, and plus, if Mordred Phantom is in the soul, he gets 2,000 power at all times. So yeah, that is my Shadow Paladin deck. Shadow Excalibur. Let me know what you guys think about it. Like, to be honest, I love this deck. Shadow Paladins has become my favorite clan, like, of all time. Like, they top Murakumo, hands down. Alright, so, let me know what, you know what, while I'm talking about that, like, put down in the comments below, like, what's your guys' favorite clan? Like, I really want to get to know, like, my subscribers. So, yeah, just tell me what your favorite clan is. And, yeah, if this video gets enough likes and my Murakumo deck gets enough likes, then I will be showing my Dark Irregulars deck, and then I will show my Nova Grapplers. So, yeah, if you want to see those, like this video. Oh, all of you have a great day, my wolf pack. Keep howling.